All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Frieren, episode 7. We one-shot a Durgan.
Durgan is dead, and now
Super
we've
dead.
gotten to know Stark a lot more, and we're headed off into some dangerous lands.
We're
because
going on an adventure.
Yeah, of course, Frieren should be allowed to go there. Now, of course, we should be respectful for guards, but even so,
Indeed.
guards should be, kept up to date in who the level 20 adventurers are.
But I mean, hey, when the level 20 adventurer is an elf, then it's a matter of history at that point. And
That's true, yeah.
It gets all kinds of weird, But yeah, the party is collected, and now it's on to face the Demon Lords General or whatever resurgence this whole thing is. I want to meet that snarky anime character.
Yeah, we've got someone that has some elf-like qualities that's in the OP that gives us a little bit of like a vibe, possibly connected in the past to Frieren's old party.
Sure.
And a lot of potential other things there as well. But that being said, hey, we've got 3. 3 is a proper party number. Two is a partnership. 3 creates dynamics. So now
Fern might have somebody responsible to talk to.
Yeah, someone where, when Frieren is being, a bit, irresponsible in general, you can talk to Stark and be like,
She's going through a phase. Problem is, this phase lasts for about 70 years, I hear.
Yes,
So,
my child is 1,000 years older than me, and I have to be the mom because of necessity. That's just the way this is. She just wants a spell that makes fart noises for some fucking reason,
Yep, and I just gotta deal with it. And
And
don't
Friren's
ask
like,
about...
no, the point is that I can make the fart noises anywhere in my sight. Anywhere. No range limitation.
I do love the idea of just like a hijinks episode where it's all the random spells that Frieren has collected over time
come into play in this chaotic way.
Yeah, all of it.
Right. I'm here for that as well. So, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this.
Hey.
Damn. Will I become a fairy tale at one point?
Yeah.
God, that's wild. Himmel took note of that.
Yeah.
フリーレン様がそれそういうことなの
Yes!
Yes. You don't understand.
時は
Praise!
Encourage this behavior, yes.
Stark! Oh my god, this is amazing.
That was fantastic.
I love also the way in which Frieren is being basically treated like the elderly person.
Yes.
And yet, it's true,
Right.
But physically, not at all. Like,
Well, both the elderly and the
baby,
Yeah, the baby that doesn't know how to do anything, right?
Right. Like a fairy tale. Okay. Yeah. Great episode title.
Yeah.
Like, what am I even doing?
I mean, hey, he has crazy super strength. Do you really need a shovel that small? No.
That's what Fern said. Ah.
Right.
She smiles about that little quip.
お疲れ様です
おう
You must be tired, since you had to do all that physical exertion.
場所によっては魔族と交戦状態にあるところもありましておそらくその賭場中かと
争いの爪痕ってわけか
I do love that concept of magic of high level just creating scars of battle. They don't necessarily have to look so ostentatious. It could just be a tiny landslide,
Yeah.
なあ
Oh,
そのシュタルク様っての
let's be a little bit, more familiar.
落ち着かないんだ年だってそんな変わらねえだろ
Wait, how old are you?
わかりましたシュタルクさっさとこっち手伝って早く
タメ口
I mean, she kind of is, in a way.
Yes, their relationship is progressing. Oh, it's very progressing. We're changing the way we refer to each other. Do you like the classic, like, cart NPC as the party is traveling to an area. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's just a way for the DM to talk to them about stuff.
Hey, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Really? Elves are that rare?
Okay.
Oh.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay.
That's interesting.
So we going Naruto all of a sudden?
the legendary swing,
Yes.
episode 1.
Not just episode 1.
Oh, I know. I know.
今夜は解放祭ですから。今日は勇者ヒンメル様ご一行が
Damn.
Okay. Oh, that's that today?
Oh yeah. This is so
Frieren
fun having a
makes a note
story
to
like
avoid
this while I'm consuming NADPOD right now.
Oh, sure.
Because it's literally the same premise of...
80 years. Yeah, that's right.
Why do humans build monuments and stuff?
Yeah, to
Because
remember.
we forget.
では皆ヒンメル様たちを思い出すのです。
So are they gonna like skirt around the plaza to avoid the?
Yeah. Such a very human thing.
Nope. Yep, there we go.
Yep.
All right.
Like a fairy tale. Yep. Yep.
Cool. Love it.
They look fucking awesome.
Yeah.
ヒンメル様ご一行の功績を称えるのです。そういえばあなた
You look a lot like, you know.
That's racist.
I mean, she literally is wearing her hair the exact
No,
same
yeah.
way.
続いているかな。
この街が続く限りは
Oh, that was some cool just crowd animation in the
Yeah.
background there. Yeah, I mean, there's demons and fights and stuff going on right now, so...
Yeah. Who knows if the town will still be around 1,000 years
Right,
from now?
right.
Much less the statues.
And we're moving on. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we haven't addressed that with Stark yet. Graf Granats.
Speaking of scars, much less festive.
Yeah. Front lines.
フリーレン様、街中ですよ。魔族だ。
Oh, shit.
Okay. Yeah, things have really
Cool.
changed a lot.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Realistic guards being like, yo,
Uh-huh.
wizard's casting something.
Yep. Stop that. Okay, so this is not a friendly interaction.
Right, those are his children right there, probably.
The demon sent the peace envoy.
Yeah, they're probably just, you know,
Yeah.
just the average diplomats, yeah. Oh. No, I'm just tired. That's how I generally look.
Resting bitch face.
But you. Yeah, yeah. This is cool.
That's a line.
Yeah. Yeah, she broke the laws, yep.
Well, you guys are doing the shopping. What if this was how Frieren got out of shopping? 100 years is
sounds
but a moment
boring.
in the lifetime of an elf. I can wait.
暇だな。
Okay. Sure.
No, she doesn't like being here.
Can I at least have my books? No.
フリーレン様、
2、3年は反省しろってさ。
Wow!
後で魔導書の差し入れ持ってきて。フリーレン様は本当に時間を無駄にするのが好きですね。私だって痛くてここにいるわけじゃない。
Then why did you cast in town?
買い出しのついでに調べてきました。
Yeah.
担当台のアウラは知っていますよね。
Aura the Guillotine.
魔王直
The
下の大
guillotine.
魔族。七宝剣の一人でしょう。
Damn. So just a casual
Okay.
lieutenant, yeah.
28年も前に力
Whoa,
を取り
that
戻しています。
timing, though.
この町はその軍勢と長い間
Interesting.
無益な殺し合いに疲弊したアウラ側が和睦の申し出をしてきたそうです。それで死者を受け入れたのか。悪手だね。
Yeah.
魔
Uh-huh.
族との対話なんて無駄な行
Oh,
為だ。
okay. I thought you were gonna say like they get to see inner city workings and stuff, you know.
You ever heard of don't make a deal with the devil?
I'm sure it's more that they're tieflings, not actual devils, and you know, she's just, you know.
そいつらが人類と同じ言葉を使う理由を考えたことはある。
To attract prey.
No, here we go.
Yeah, it's kind of a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
now
this is
she's
a
like-
job for me.
Uh-huh.
Well, fuck.
That girl's gonna get eaten.
It now, it's we'll keep an eye on things. Yeah.
Okay, but as someone who's been around for 1,000 years, maybe I've seen this stuff happen before. Right, and all the time that the demon is spending with them, it'll mean so much to the humans, but for someone who doesn't age necessarily, it could be nothing.
And shit.
なぜ村長を殺した？
Whoa. Oh, she saved her. No. Himmel didn't hesitate. Nope,
And
and
it
she
tries
didn't
to say
either.
the same thing.
Bam, done.
Although I gotta say, I kind of love it.
That was beautiful, storytelling
Yes.
wise. Yeah.
But also a similar dissonance to what Frieren has in
Right.
not understanding the ways of humans.
Yeah. Oh. So you used the idea of family to
Yeah,
kind of
survival
influence
mechanism.
the emotions and survive. Yeah.
殺せなくなるでしょ
Yeah.
う。まるで魔法のような素敵な言葉。奴らにとっての言葉は
I
人
mean,
類を欺く。
yeah, it might be how they're taught and raised that way, but
Sure.
it doesn't matter. Yeah, shit.
その祖先は
Oh,
獲物を引き
fascinating.
寄せるために
Oh.
この影から助けてと言葉を発した魔物だよ。
Oh.
So not even like, okay, it's just if they're capable
It's
of speech,
evolution.
then that's what we define as a demon.
Wow. Oh, I'm so excited
That's
for them to
fascinating.
explore this. Yeah.
それより気になるのはあの魔法使いだ。
Right. And thus these two other demons are not his family. They're not his, you know.
Excellent voice casting, part of predation.
ここは
息子の部屋だ。出来のいい息子でな。
Oh, that's
早く片棒をつい
cool.
てわしに楽をさせる。
Okay.
生意気なことをよく言っておったわ。
But he was killed. Let me tell you a story. The reason why we humans speak is to share stories.
ご子息は今どちらに？
10年前にアウラとの戦いで死んだ。
He just didn't want it to be public.
Yeah.
この部屋はよく掃除が行き届いています。
Nice.
きっと10年前と変わらぬままなのでしょう。私もあなた方に殺された父上の部屋はそのままにしてあります。
Wow.
Okay.
I love the idea also of this being a way to show the natural charisma of
Of a demon.
of a people,
Oh,
basically.
sure.
それって何？
なんだろうね。
Yeah. Wow.
取り入れれば和睦と称してこの町の防護結界を解除させることも可能だろう。
Oh, there's OP girl.
ドラートの姿が見えないようだが。
He's getting a snack.
私に行くってさ。
ドラート殿、このようなところに来られては困ります。客室に。
So you're working on a very short timetable.
You fucked up coming in here.
言っておくけど私強いよ。
Just so you know.
You don't have your staff.
俺よりも
You think I need it?
断頭台のアウラよりも。
Oh!
Did I like? I
But
feel
you
like
only have 90 HP.
yeah,
I'm like, that's cute.
yeah.
I have more ability in my reaction economy than you
Right,
have
right.
in your action economy. You know?
I feel like this is basically like Azula talking to Iroh. I'm not interested in another lengthy anecdote. Actually, it's more of a demonstration.
I'm really hyped because this guy is actually going to end up saving the town probably by
Oh, yeah.
forcing her hand
Yes.
here.
And I'm fascinated by the idea that he's like, I can do something quick and dirty like this involving killing a guard. Like, their plan is that immediate that
Right.
they're thinking, as soon as we get some peace thing.
I
know.
think Aura's army is like hidden right outside their
Sure.
limits of vision, you know?
Yeah.
Like it's that mm-hmm. And that's why he went to do it now, is that it's not that she could be
She would stop the peace thing, but it's once the attack happens.
yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
Right.
Right, get her while she's vulnerable and all that stuff.
Right.
I am very excited, though, to see her fight without her staff. Okay.
This is exciting.
All right, this is
We're
fun.
getting some world building here.
Yep.
We're learning about demons. We're learning about the way in which the world of the non-demons refer to
Yep.
monsters capable of speech as
And
demons.
I love that is the singular, like, deciding factor. One, it helps from a lot of, like, lore implications because you don't have, like, you know, maybe the traditional Earth things that would be drawn from for the, you know, like, this is what demons are kind of a deal.
They're just
But
more evolved monsters, basically.
just more evolved monsters.
I love the idea of they're descended from the monsters that would cry help
From
to
the shadows,
from the
yeah.
shadows to lure humans in or people
Yep.
in. That's such an intrinsic nature of dark fantasy, like horror fantasy. The idea
Sure.
of once you get to the monsters that can speak to you, you then question your disconnect from the monsters or your connection to the monsters. And that's what they did in the backstory of, if we kill this girl, we're no different than the demons, which is a very valid argument to bring
Sure.
up, because in terms of differences, it's being conflated into a general topic.
You could
So you are separate, but it's still in what ways of morality or in what ways of, you know, we would need to define those things. But in terms of a daughter being eaten by this there, if you have eye for an eye philosophy,
Yeah, like that's right, especially when
Yeah.
you're dealing with things that and this is where it gets interesting, and so I like the fact that Frieren's specific issues are also the thing that equips her to deal with this kind of thing a lot more directly than the humans would, because there is an argument that could be made that even though it ended up going badly, that the leader of the town made the right call.
Yes.
Not necessarily given that he has a daughter there as well that could have died, but thankfully the daughter was okay. He ended up paying the price, but he made the decision that it's the, hey, we're not going to do this, right?
Right.
Like, yes, we could be right, but we could also be wrong. And the risk
I'm willing
of that,
to take that risk.
I'm willing to take that risk. I'm not going to ask anyone else to do it, other than his daughter.
Other than his daughter,
which is
who's now lost her father.
Right, exactly.
At a young age,
And then,
that's fun.
But then from someone from Frieren's perspective, who is a bit, very in tune with the demon's way of thinking, not just because she's been around for a long time and so is very educated.
Right.
But because she has more similarities with the demons than in a lot of ways she has with the humans.
True.
Right? Like, the fact that she isn't trying to predate on humans is really the only difference. And that's a big, important difference. But as far as, perspective on things, she probably, this whole show is about the issues that she has with understanding the things that are so important to humans. But she's trying, and that's the important thing. Whereas in the case of demons, they're just like, okay, we're going to understand it enough so that we can use it to eat them. Awesome.
Right. And demons don't need to eat humans. This isn't some kind of vampire situation.
Nope.
They could eat pretty much any kind of meat. It's just that, this was convenient, probably.
Right.
Now, what I love about this is because we have this all on the backdrop of the Demon King being defeated, killed, whatever, by the party all that time ago, we can now have the remnants. This is a Star Wars plot line that gets used in the EU to great effect, of that empire, that group or what have you, who are all, for a lot of fun plot reasons, weaker than Frieren, meaning that none of them individually will be a threat to our protagonist, our main character here.
And by doing that, we keep it focused on the character-driven aspects of it, rather than the the things that at the end of the day are arbitrary of who's more powerful, how does the magic work, yada, yada, yada. And no, we don't have to deal with that.
But we deal with the implications of our characters then going and repeating the process of being the party that goes to stop, in this case then, the Demon Lord's remnants or what have you. Or just demons in general. And then why are these conflicts happening in the first place? What is the reason that the demons are still trying to do this, even though they were defeated all that time ago? Is there some aspect about the nature of demons that they can learn even more beyond this?
I am very excited to get into that, because one of the other things, and this could totally be an aspect of the demons that was presented here just being on display in another layer.
Sure.
But the defining characteristic that we've gotten from Aura, from the OP, is the smug smile.
Right.
That, while that doesn't necessarily connotate that they're a good person or whatever.
Or an evil person.
Or an evil person or whatever, right? But they could totally just be straight up, they're the new demon that has to be defeated and all that stuff.
Right.
That is, at the very least, emoting.
Yes.
Which is different than what we saw from the demons.
Yes.
The demons were able to speak, but there was no actual emotion that we saw from them. But they chose the words that, for a human, would have a connotation of emotion, right?
Right.
He says, I did the same to my father's room after he was killed by your people, right? And the fact that he says that in a calm and collected way, devoid of emotion, in that context makes it seem like I have made peace with this and I want you to do the same, right? But that's not actually what's going on, right? It's I don't even really understand the concept of father. I just know it's kind of a magic word. And so, we can do this, right? And so if we end up getting something that is more than that from this Aura character, regardless of whether they still end up being an antagonist or not, that could be very interesting given the world implications, but then also how it could tie in with Frieren as a protagonist, because she is, it writes itself. It's very straightforward. And if that happens,
and
I'll be very excited.
All of that within the backstory bit.
Yep.
It was perfect. So I think that in a lot of ways the writing of this episode is what I applaud the most. Obviously the animation and stuff and all that and music and everything is wonderful.
The little bit that you mentioned that totally stood out to me too, of random lady that just runs past in the background, because this is a town where people are moving around and things like that. And it's I wouldn't have been surprised if that person turned out to be like a character that actually had a place in the episode down the road, because
And no, they're not going to. Probably.
no, because they are actually just a background character, and
Yeah,
yet the love and attention and care to detail was given as if they weren't.
Also, again, this is probably another example of where, fuck yes, the guards are competent.
Right.
I am so tired of fantasy stories. They've done it now 2 episodes in a row where the guards do their damn jobs.
Right.
Frieren's about to cast Eldritch Blast.
Yeah.
In the middle of town.
No,
she doesn't
no.
get 1 second into casting before 3 guards
Tackle her to the ground.
tackle her asses. No explanations, no things. Your staff is gone. You're going to jail for 3 years.
Yep.
Right. It's not our responsibility to tell you the laws of this town.
Right.
You are coming here,
and
you adapt to our society.
You try to attack somebody, on sight. That's not going to go over well. Yeah.
Just as a DM, I feel so validated. It's one of the things that is very hard to also do because you have our level 20 wizard here.
Right.
And it's the thing of where, yes, they are level 20 wizard. They have a +6 proficiency bonus. But, they proficient in athletics. So when the guards come in...
They're still small elf,
Yeah. With a +9 in, athletics, and they roll at 25,
And real heavy full plate, Yeah, you're going down like that. That's
rolling
how it
an
works.
advantage because of the help action. It's
Sure,
like that.
yeah.
There you go.
That was absolutely delightful. Every time you talk about this stuff, it just makes me think more and more that you need to read Terry Pratchett's Guards.
No. I absolutely.
You would have so much fun with that
Yes.
for the complete opposite reason.
I've read parts of it. It's
it's delightful.
Great, yeah.
But so now we're in a situation where Frieren is in a position that normally I would think she might actually be vulnerable in because she doesn't have her staff, and this is where maybe we could get into a bit more of the details of being a wizard and what exactly that means, because if she's able to kick this demon's ass just fine without her staff to the point that she's not even worried at all, and this is the Superman being okay with the handcuffs because sure, I'll go along with your thing that you guys are doing in this town because I don't want to cause more trouble, right?
I think she's not going to be capable. I think she's probably had her power cut in half. I think the staff is probably that big of a deal, but it will be our first case of wandless magic equivalent here.
Or she's just oh yeah, I don't have my staff, but what's one of the first spells that wizards learn? How to recall objects,
Oh, that would be
just, cool,
that would be fucking funny. It's just do you not know about the pocket dimension that holds all my shit that I keep behind my left shoulder?
She just Gates of Babylon just pulls open the curtains of reality, and there's a library of an arsenal of just shit back there, and she's so which one do you want?
Yeah. Do you want to have unending farts and vomiting for all eternity? I have a recursor spell that can loop something. And then I have these dumb spells here, which I can mix this shit together.
Right.
And then I have a binding spell that I can also recursor loop. This is going to keep my mana upkeep, at this level of this reserves.
Right.
You see how my arm goes off screen here? Because it goes that way for a while.
Honey, this isn't my first detention.
Right.
Because that's what this is, make no mistake.
It is one of my favorite things about this character is that she can be we need to praise her. Yum, yum, yum. That's baby Frieren. This is grandma Frieren who is do I need to teach a youngster a lesson? Do I need to cut a bitch?
Elves wouldn't live for 1,000 years if they got shanked in every random prison. That, sorry.
Elf wizards too, by that nature as well.
Right.
I'm sorry, I survived the lifetime of being squishy.
Yeah.
I now have all my shit together.
Yeah, 1,000 years as granted an adventurer, but a squishy adventurer going into dangerous situations.
Right.
It's Scotty being how tough are Irishman or Scotsman or whatever. Laddie, you're talking to the one red shirt that's still alive. I've been on this ship for how long?
It's one of my favorite things about having the story have an overpowered protagonist. It's something that we've seen as a trend the last 10 years or 15 years or so.
I really like this resurgence where it's now what is going to happen, right?
Yeah, and it's about how and about the character implications, the emotions of it. It goes all the way back to what we had when One Punch Man dropped onto the scene, and it's not about whether he can
because we know the main character's not going to die to some random prison shanking.
So might as well make them protagonists, and then you can get things like One Punch Man and Mob Psycho 100.
Yep.
which explore the two very different areas of emotion in that.
And in this case, not only is it a potential way to explore emotion and stuff with all the stuff we've seen with Frieren thus far, but in this specific case, well, the lack of it, but also in this specific case, it's a way to unpack the world building of what exactly does it mean to be a wizard. Because Fern has been learning magic, and we see some of the things that she's done.
Telekinesis, move rocks.
But it's all been with the staff and things like that. So given that Frieren is not actually in trouble, what is the thing that she has up her sleeve? What does that tell us about wizarding in general and the experienced practitioners that would have these kinds of aces in the hole and whatnot?
I think it's going to be... do you have silence prepped? Because if not, this is going to be over real quick.
And if you do, then this might take a few seconds.
This might take, a minute or two.
Right. Yeah.
I'm going to pop out the jutsus, or I'm going to pop out the Fusro Das. One of those two is getting popped out. Yeah. And it just depends on what you choose to do as response to one of my things here.
I loved the bit of the, I'm more than strong enough. Oh, you're stronger than me? No, I'm stronger than your boss's boss. Sorry, honey.
Sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
I would actually love the moment of like, oh, okay. And then he just turns invisible. And it'd be like, well, fuck you. That actually kind of works. And then she like turns on her eyes and sees like him running away.
No, she just blinks, and then in the instant that her eyes close, we look into her mind and we see like the Encyclopedia of 96 like permanent ongoing eye spells she has access to or something.
Hold on. I got you. That'd be cool. But let me cook here. If he turns invisible and runs away, they could frame Frieren for killing that guard.
That's true.
There is a very real way in which this doesn't work for Frieren instead of fighting, and it's the, oh, really? Oh, fuck. And that would just be so funny that just
well, shit, yeah.
He casts his one misty step of like, fuck, and then just teleports away.
Because that is one of those things that, like, the demon coming here to kill Frieren, it only works within the context that they would be able to get the barriers down for the city before anyone notices that the guard in prison has been decapitated, right?
Or just they misinterpreted how strong Frieren is. I think that's really the other thing that totally works here. Well, he thought it would be easy. He's doing this here.
Sure, and then I guess he can dispose of the body or whatever.
Right. Yeah, and all he would need to do, I mean, literally, like, I can logic this out. This does not make the demon incompetent or stupid.
Mm-hmm.
The plan is make them look like there was a fight in here. Do the fight.
Mm-hmm.
The cage is busted. A guard is dead. Oh, you can't find Frieren? Well, that's because she killed the guard, escaped, and ran away, and the demons just get away with it fine.
No, that's a good point.
There's a breakout attempt, and you couldn't find them? Well, yeah, because Frieren's a wizard and did some wizard shit.
As long as no one sees the demon being in that general area, it's the... Oh, shit. Do you want help stopping them?
Right.
We'll scour the whole city.
Classic, people, violent tendencies because they get a little bit of magic,
exactly. Oh, and if this wizard is that strong, do you want some help subduing them? Like,
we can go look for them for you.
We can ask some of our buddies to...
Look, we found them. They're dead,
Sure. We can ask some of our buddies to help search the city. Demons actually have abilities to find, wizards and stuff that could maybe be helpful here, you know?
Yeah. I mean, it's one of my favorite plot lines in general is that you have the demon, the dragon in another form, the one, not possession usually, but usually it's the person that's the advisor that's there in broad daylight, and anybody with a detect good and evil spell can just see, holy shit, you're letting this, really scary person in their glamour just be there and help you. And they're like, well, yes, they're a part of the community. They bring in like all this stuff here, and they've been helping us for like 10 years. And it's just they are scheming, and they have an influence over this area. But they don't win by conquering and killing everybody. They're just like,
they go the more hits close to home, modern day approach of
politicians.
Exactly, right? Like, but I do love the idea that.
And then eventually they lower the defenses.
Exactly, right. Because if you have something that doesn't age and all that stuff, if you have that kind of patient, insidious nature that Frieren could have, that'd be terrifying. Because what would you do? If you have a demon that's been living with you for 10 years or something, you'll be like, this is like my child, right? You're part of the family.
And the demon's like, well, that's was a fun week. You know,
Yeah, exactly.
Now let's
right.
do the thing that I
this
want.
This is how I get my kicks on vacation. You know.
Right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Next
But yeah.
episode's going to be a doozy.
Next episode's going to be a doozy. I like the little bits also with Himmel and the party from before, kind of talking about the concept of memory and fairy tales. And no, but we lived. We're not some fairy tale. We existed. That is a very selfish, but also very understandable desire. And the reason for this party to want to have statues made of them is probably a little bit egotistical.
Oh yeah, fifth attempt and all of that stuff, right?
Yes.
Like the charisma main is still super self-absorbed,
right?
But at the same time, he's kind and has insights into those sorts of things. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I really want to see Frieren at some point just be like, all right, Fern, Stark, we're up. Stark, you go out there and just cause mayhem. Fern, we're going up on top of the gate. We're just gonna open shooting range. Just fire away. Like the army coming. Yeah, as the army's coming in, they're just like, all right, AOE damage, let's go. And then the townspeople are just like, oh
God.
Oh, okay. We're sorry. Yeah. Thank you for going along with our incarceration.
I would like to see Frieren try because we didn't see her help with the dragon, and that was hilarious. But this might be the point where she's like, "I really don't like demons. I really don't like them."
Yeah.
Like she's not gonna be all demon slayer or something like that.
But terminate with extreme prejudice.
Or show a force of such awesome power that an army goes.
She just goes full Tony Stark and is like, I prefer the weapon you only have to fire once.
Right. She can't destroy the entire countryside. They need their farmland and stuff. But it's the,
No, demon flesh makes great fertilizer.
I mean, no, it should be like pop the defensive bear and it's just a wave of toxic death, and it's just like, oh, do you have, olfactory, abilities?
Sure.
Well, those are now your worst enemy, and you just all start dropping,
Right. That would be funny if the defensive barrier is like, no, that's actually perfect, because that means I can use the big shit out there, and you guys will be fine.
Yeah, cloud kill.
Meteor
Extend
swarm.
the range. Cloud kill, and then slow wave of air, just sending it rolling into.
This is an actual situation where it makes sense for the magic and the fighting and all of that stuff to be on that kind of big scale, even though we've had the points where we thought that would be the case before, like with the dragon. And so I'm very excited to see what we get into here, because this will be fun.
But yeah, y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You get on early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general. And also be sure to check out my Baldur's Gate 3 Let's Play on Twitch. And if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.